So guys, Best Buy's been going ham. I know you've probably seen my most recent videos. If you haven't, check them out. But Best Buy fired nearly half their damn associates. They fired a lot of them. They furloughed a lot of them previously as well. But they're getting rid of a lot of them. A lot of it's aimed at full-time associates. It's been going crazy. But the thing is, how much money did Best Buy actually make? And why did this happen? Well, your boy has some exclusive ass screenshots of some very spicy classified info that Best Buy released to some people, and you're not supposed to see it, but you're going to see it here today on this video. So get excited for that, and also some more stories from some Best Buy associates. And also, we got an exclusive letter directly from the CEO of Best Buy, Corie. What do you think she has to say about firing the hell out of everybody? She probably has a few excuses in there, right? They can't afford to have these employees, right? We're going to get into that right at the end, so make sure you stay for it. But before we get into it, make sure you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, doodle. That's real important. And also, subscribe. Unless you want me to cry all night, which I do anyway. So it doesn't matter what you do, really, to be honest. First message, let's check this out. So this one says, hey, so I've seen your videos on Best Buy and figured I would say it's getting real bad. I'm a full-timer that was retained somehow, probably because I'm getting paid as much as a new hire, rest in peace, now despite being there for almost 6 years. The day that they did cuts, they called us each into the office to talk to us one-on-one and had names on the boards of who to keep and who to throw out. When they talked to us, it was very scripted on why they kept or why they were letting us go or deboning us. The scummiest thing was that we were not allowed to talk about what was going on because they didn't want people to catch wind that they were letting people go. Shocking. We are now super short-staffed and expected to do more with the large number of customers coming into the store with no restrictions during the global pandemic. I am sure they're going to go the way of the dodo soon, with the way things are going. Shocking. So they call people into the office one by one with a board up saying who's leaving and who's going. So these employees saw on the board beside them, oh, look, my boy Jim, my friend Jim's getting fired, but I'm not allowed to tell him before he does his interview. Shocking. Shocking. Pretty scummy indeed. But it's a corporate company, and that's usually how it works. But what about the next message, guys? So this one says, I was the only girl in 2 different store geek squads, and then the only girl in computers. I was also the lowest paid in geek squad at one of my stores, despite having the highest sales in the district. Shocking. Sounds like they discriminate just like GameStop does, but no news here. Not just the store, the district, which included some much larger stores than ours. I was passed over for a manager position, which they gave to a man after being promised by 2 different GMs that I would get the position if I agreed to go ahead and switch stores to be able to fill in the gap while the interview process happened. I was then passed over for the manager position in the computer department despite being way more prepared. I came with a binder of refund charts, employee sales, how to increase the area that certain employees were struggling in, how to increase profits since the computer department was not selling services, and how I would train them to do it. Then got passed over for a man who came with nothing. Shocked. The reason they gave me was I hadn't shown how I could train other people, despite the fact that I was the one who trained other people and the 2 other managers. I'm so damn shocked right now. And the funny thing is, when it comes to these jobs, guys, it's pretty much who you know. So usually the management staff will hire their friends, which happens to be other guys, in these positions they're not qualified for, and they step over other people. I saw Egg hire at GameStop, my old store manager, Egg, hired probably like 10 of his friends as assistant managers under him. Off the street with no experience. So I totally see this being a thing. They go on to say, that is why your video is blown up. I don't know a single person who worked there that doesn't have a story like that. Wow. Not even including the completely toxic environment they create of managers who say completely outlandish things, and comments who were reported to HR, some, like mine, were with photographic evidence. So they have evidence of this, and nothing would happen. Shocking, just like Egg. But someone in your department slacks, and then the whole department doesn't get their raise, no matter what. Oh, damn. That does remind me of Egg. I had a story a long time ago about Egg, how he hired a very young part-timer and would make advances at her and he would make comments and crazy things and make her do stuff so he could keep his eye on her, if you know what I mean. And he never even got once in trouble for it. And when he was confronted about it by my district manager, the guy that's probably still there to this day, they laughed. And then the district manager made the comment that she was hot as hell. Shocking. Really? That's just kind of how it works, unfortunately. But what's next, guys? This is the confidential info you've been waiting for. Check this out right here. And look at this. This is the Best Buy's revenue right here. Fourth quarter, up 11%, $16.9 billion. The full year, $47.3 billion, up more than 8%. Put that in perspective. GameStop's best year ever in revenue was $6 billion. Put that in perspective. 47. Domestic online sales up 43%, up from 19% in 20. Record online sales of 6.7 billion. Q4 exceeded all online sales. Shocking. This one right here was cut off, but it says almost half down here. Half of online sales were picked up at the store. Yet they're firing all these associates. Why? Apparently they think an increase of 20% right here is going to make them just go an only online company, which, to be honest, just isn't the case in my opinion. This one says, hey, I'm a current Best Buy part-time employee, and oh, did I get to hear some BS today from my GM. Corporate is claiming that the reduction in labor that we saw in January and the fired full-time employees last week was all because they gave us a pay raise back in August. Shocking. They raised the base pay of all the employees to $15 an hour about the time I was called back after the shutdown in my area. Today, I was called into a meeting with my GM to explain what happened last week so we don't listen to the rumors from, me. We lost 5 full-time people. One had been there 13 years and had awards hanging all over. He basically explained how profit margins work and how it's going to decrease next month because we had the shutdown starting last year. The Reader's Digest version is basically that the layoffs are all about the labor budget and not going over. He ended with saying that more changes are coming as soon as he can talk about it. He'll let us know. As I find out the info, I'll pass it along. So basically what they're saying is they can't afford to have people on staff, even though they made $50 billion last year. And I know revenue is not profit, but their profit number was also staggeringly high as well. So it seems like it doesn't matter. And these associates are in crazy amounts of pain. And it looks like they're following GameStop's trend of hiring their friends and being completely sexist, which is apparently fine in a corporate environment. Just because they put on their Twitter that we love women and we love other people and minorities, they don't really have to do it in real life. As long as they post that on Twitter, they can do whatever they want. Because let's be honest, as long as they lie about it, people will believe it in droves. For some reason, that's how the world works right now. I don't get it. That's just how it is. But are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the actual letter from the CEO? Let's read it right now. Check this out. This is a whole bunch of garbage. You're going to love this. So it says, earlier this morning, I shared with investors details about the changes we've made recently in the field and at corporate. Plot twist, they actually fired people at corporate too. That's another story though. To those who are leaving as a result of these changes. I like how it says, like, to those who are leaving. It's like, they're not leaving. You're firing them. Let's just sugarcoat it a little bit. I want to say one more time that this decision was not about you. Well, it definitely feels like it was about us. No big deal. Either as a person or a professional. I don't say this in the hope that it makes you feel better, only to make sure you know that you were indeed valued. Shocking. And that you will be missed. But you know what we like a lot more than you? That 40 to 50 grand that you were making a year. That's what we value more than you. We don't value you actually at all. Most importantly, I want you to know that I'm truly sorry for the way this decision affects you and those you love. Wow. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the episode of South Park when the CEO of BP, after the oil spill, was just sitting there on the carpet and he was like, I'm sorry. We're sorry. And he was like sitting in like a bath of money. And he's like, we're sorry. Well, I hope you are sorry driving your 15th Ferrari around Corie Berry, but that's another story. Many others of you have found yourselves in new positions, performing new work with new teams or doing your job in a new way. These shifts are always challenging, and I'm grateful for you willing to adjust. Now, this means they made them step down into an hourly position for almost no pay. This is what this means. Full-time people that were making 50, 60K, what this means. So why did we make these changes? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. As I said in my note last week, it's because we're always looking at ways to better match our company's resources with the changing ways our customers want to shop with us. Simply put, our stores are as valuable as they ever have been. Wow. You sure about that? Could you just fired all of us, everybody and their damn mom? You fired everybody and their mom. In front of God and everybody. But we're more value than we ever. Shocking. I'm so shocked right now. But shopping habits have evolved to such an extent that we need more flexibility and fewer employees. And for corporate teams, there were ways in which we could organize ourselves to do better and more easily serve the customer and our field colleagues who work with those customers directly. So to better serve them, we're just going to fire you. How do I serve a customer if I'm fired as hell? That don't make no sense. And what does our customer want that caused these decisions? They want a physical shopping experience that involves more and more technology. The kind that's in their hand and the kind that's in our stores. They want a digital experience that's more and more seamless, allowing them to explore and shop in ways that help them fall in love. Who wrote this? You know she didn't write this. It was written by a PR person. Not just with the products we sell, but with Best Buy itself. Fall in love with Best Buy. Not the associates that are fired. No, screw them. I'm talking about fall in love with Best Buy now, currently, right now. They want convenience and ease as we work to enrich their lives through technology. But more and more, they want it on their own terms. Okay. To make all this happen and put us in the best possible position to continue our growth at the pace we've come to expect. We needed to make these changes. For proof of this, because you're going to need proof, right? Because we fired you. Here's your proof. You only have to look at some of the facts we share with investors this week. As an example, the percent of revenue that comes from online sales rose from 19% 2 years ago to 43% last year, and it was 43% in the fourth quarter when all the stores were open. But, I mean, there was a pandemic. But, of course, yes, much of last year was during a pandemic. But we don't see that number going down very much. In fact, we see it going up in the years ahead. So, sorry, you're fired. Because we're just going to sell only online now. Additionally, traffic to stores was down last year. Shocking, there was a pandemic. This isn't surprising, given the pandemic and the way it drove customers to shop dramatically more online. And while we do expect traffic to come back somewhat as customers become more comfortable shopping in stores again, we do not believe it will likely return to pre-pandemic levels. Although we are more valuable than ever. Shocking. So it's like, although we're more valuable than ever, and we know that there was a pandemic, sorry, we don't think foot traffic's going to come back. Even though we made record profits. Fine, don't worry about it. Don't read too much into it. You're fired. Not even close while our customers tell us that amazing blue shirt support is so crucial when they want it. Our stores are increasingly doing more work fulfilling online orders, which in turn requires us to change our model and make necessary adjustments to labor. So they're changing their entire company because the pandemic happened and they had more online sales, which is the same thing GameStop's doing. It's a knee-jerk reaction because corporate companies do this. When they have a spike in a small percentage of a different metric on their P&Ls, they change their entire company to try to grab all the money from that metric possible. It's a knee-jerk thing. All corporations do it. It's why a lot of them die, because they make a wrong decision because of dumb P&L stuff. So which in turn requires us to change our model and make necessary adjustments to labor. So let me end where I started, guys. Some of our colleagues are leaving. It's a small percentage. Don't worry about it, guys. It's a small percentage, meaning they don't matter. Because it was only several thousands of associates. It don't really matter. Don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. It was a small percentage, guys. Don't worry about it. But each is a friend and a coworker from whom this has been a difficult and challenging time. Not for you. You're going to get a new yacht, and all your executives will get a new yacht. But for the people they fired, we understand that you will not be able to get a yacht, nor will you be invited on my yacht. Oh, God, corporate companies, man. Corporate executives are so detached from reality. It's so fun to read these terribly scripted PR bullcrap messages. On behalf of everyone at Best Buy, I want to say to the parting colleagues, thank you for being part of our story, but not anymore. That story's over. Don't let the door hit you in the oos on the way out. But thank you for being part of our story and making us millions of dollars in the process. I do thank you from the top floor of my yacht while drinking the most strongest Jack and Coke I've ever drank in my damn life. But that's beside the point. To those hourly filled employees, including those who are departing the company as a result of recent changes, the senior leadership team and I wanted to pay you a bonus to demonstrate just how grateful we are to those who have worked so tirelessly these past 11 months on the front lines. By the way, you want to know how much that bonus was? It was a couple $100 to the associates leaving forever that made the company millions of dollars over like a 15-year period of their tenure. Yeah, it's like $300. Enjoy. Shocking, right? Oh, thanks for spending literally 40% of your life in this store. Here's a couple $100 to clean yourself off as they throw the towel on you. Your work is hard and demanding, and we are simply in awe of all that you have done. We are in awe. They're in awe. The executives and CEO is in awe of their hourly associates' effort. So you're fired. Okay. Of course. So it says the same bonus will, of course, be paid to all other hourly associates in the company as our way of saying thank you, too, for your effort and energy the past year. Shocking. Everybody gets a couple $100. Change is not easy, but the grace we show each other during times like these speaks to what's best about this place. The grace, like, kind of like how graceful it is to give people 0 days notice when you fire them after they've been working there 15 years. No big deal. That's solid grace to me. Wow. Together, guys, together. Except for the ones that were fired. Remember that. Together. Together, we will move forward into a future of continued change and constant opportunity. Thank you to the people we fired for getting us to where we're at. Isn't that shocking? That's like having a boxing coach that teaches you everything. And then you get to your first big fight and then you win it and then you fire him. And don't pay him at all. And then you kill his family for some reason. I don't really know why. That just seems kind of like what it feels like. So what do you think? Should Best Buy be doing this to their associates? They claim they just can't afford it. Pretty insane to me. They also claim they can't afford to pay their associates $15 an hour. Another thing we're seeing. They also don't like females. Allegedly. Crazy stuff happening at Best Buy. More updates to come. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram and message me. Damn it, Jonathan. Like the video. We have a lot more to cover. A lot more. And I'm just going to keep releasing it. Who gives a damn? So make sure you do all those stuff. And also, make sure you do me a big old favor, guys. Make sure you get the hell on it. Doggone it. Bye. Nasal spray. Yeah. It's just sitting here. I'm running out of stuff, guys. We have too many videos. We just keep making videos, guys. Hot damn.